Hello, it has been a very long time since I did any videos, and today I'm going to do a video on the DB Technologies Revo 210. It is, as they describe it, a quasi three-way speaker, and their online information doesn't explain what they mean by that, but let me explain it. It got a 10-inch speaker that's handling mostly the lows. And instead of a 10-inch speaker that would handle just mid-range, this 10-inch speaker is handling lows, mids, and even some highs. So there's a lot of overlap between those two speakers. You can see my measurement mic is doing its best to only measure the 10-inch speaker and not the coaxial horn that's in the middle up here. And I did a similar measurement over here, just measuring this woofer, and then I did a measurement from about 4 feet away of the entire cabinet, and you see the results here. This green line is the low-end woofer. The orange line is the mid-range woofer that's handling almost identical range in the lows and mids, but then carries on up into some of the highs. Now I have to think that some of this region is actually bleed from the horn. If I could have turned the horn off, we probably would not see any of this here. But you see this huge overlap region, and that's what drew me to this speaker. Not just the increased bass output that comes from having that second 10-inch speaker, which it does have, but the overlap. And what's unique about that? What's good about that? I think of this speaker kind of like a miniature column array. Now, it's not a column array, it's not a line array, but it has some characteristics seen in line arrays and in column arrays. Because of this overlap from the two 10-inch speakers that are roughly spaced a foot apart, we have the increased output. But let's look at the blue line. The blue line is showing us what the whole cabinet sounds like. And I guess we're going to ignore this dip here. I don't have a good explanation for why that dip is there, because we don't see it here, and my measurement is good. Let's look at one more thing. Yep. Measurement is good, so I'm thinking that might be a floor bounce, or that might be a dip from somehow the interaction of the vent on the speaker interacting with the two drivers. I really don't know why that's there. It is, though. But what I want to pay attention to is this pink line. When I put the microphone off axis in what would be vertical, if the speaker were vertical, like right now it's horizontal, but this pink line is showing me that when you measure off axis above the speaker, you have decreased output, which is a good thing. That means that we're sending less energy towards the ceiling, and the blue line shows us we're sending more energy toward the audience. And so this speaker fills a real need in the industry, because there just aren't a whole lot of powered 2 10-inch main speakers that are affordable. Now this one, I'd have to look it up. I think it's roughly $999, which admittedly is expensive, but only a little bit more than your typical 12 or 15-inch two-way speaker. And because of the 210 arrangement, it gives us these column array type of characteristics. I think there should be more of this. In fact, I'd like to see, some 3/8 and some 4/8 type of column array speakers that are a little bit more affordable than what I'm seeing. There are some column array speakers with tiny little 4-inch speakers that I just don't think of as being as musical as they should be or having as high of output as they should have. But this is a relatively high-powered speaker for what it is that has all these other things going for it as well. So if you would like to comment or have questions, I'm open to having discussion with you. Thanks.